Hi everyone, this is Lada from Astrolada.com, and today I'm here with Siderial Astrology Trifon Nikolov, and we're going to be Trifon is going to be telling us the most important key moments of this lunar month, starting from today till the next new moon in July, basically. So basically it's for the most of July. Hi Trifon.
Hi everyone. Hi, Lada.
Thank you for being here. Guys, if there is some sound problem, today is the Mercury-Mars conjunction, and we even had to postpone a little bit the interview an hour or two, because when we started doing it, there was a lot of crackling noise, and Mercury rules communication, information, media, and Mars is stressful things and problems, and hopefully you're not hearing that. And if there is any issue, hope it, it's not as bad so you can hear all the predictions, but... So Trifon, you got a lot of things right for last month. I was following once we talked before, and you were saying about different, you were saying that America will have problems with its allies in the middle of this month, and this is what happened. What happened exactly was with Saudi Arabia.
What happens is that USA, the prediction was that USA will have troubles with his allies. And around 10 days later, I think, or just a couple of days after the prediction, the crisis with the Arabian allies of USA begins. If you read the news, many of the Arabian countries worsen their condition with the country of Qatar.
People are saying no sound. Wait, just a second. You still can't hear me?
What happened?
Oh, people are saying that there is no sound for us. Just a second. I'm sorry. I'm reading the...
Okay.
Still? Oh, wow. Can you hear us, guys? Can you write if you hear us? Can you hear us? I'm just looking on the chat, so maybe it was not meant to be. I can't hear you, Lada. People are saying hello, everyone. I don't know. It's not allowing me to connect to the chat either. I hear it. Well, carry on. I hear it on the recording that there is sound. So it's very crackling, but it's just, I guess it's going to be like that all day today with this Mercury.
There's someone says that there is sound. I don't know what's happening.
Sorry?
It's of course, someone is saying that there is sound.
Okay,
on Facebook.
There is sound, but it's bad quality. But yeah, what can we do?
It's a site of the Mercury-Mars conjunction. Obviously.
Okay, carry on. Sorry.
So do we have recording?
Yes, it's recording.
So we can continue, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. So what happens is that there is a crisis between Qatar and the other Arabian countries. And this is the crisis shown with the allies of USA, because most of the Arabian countries, and especially Saudi Arabia, are allies of USA. And also USA has a military base, I think, in Qatar. And the blockage from the other countries to Qatar make it difficult for USA to use that military base. Of course, it's much more deep problem, but the main thing is that the prediction became true.
And also you said that Trump will have problems, and I think they're doing an investigation on him again. They restarted it for Russia, and I don't watch much news, but President Trump, I think there is some powerful opposition happening. It's been happening all the time since he became a president. But I think it's escalating again with the feds investigating possible Russian connections. And you're saying that the Saturn opposition to his sun can be creating this. Thankfully, he had no health problems, but it's definitely there is an attack on him and his government or his, office.
Yes, I'm sure that we don't know exactly what is happening with him, with this position.
Mm-hmm.
We can be certain about this. So he has some big troubles, but it is not shown to the other world.
Yeah.
Of course, he has also some things that we know, but with such a position, there must be something more.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing that happens with the prediction is that Greece will have a good time, and it is so. They have a lot of guests this summer.
One of the strongest tourist seasons, I've heard.
Yes, which is very good for a country that has troubles with loans
and the economy.
To Germany. Other things were correct too with Spain in the prediction for the last month. I said that Spain will have troubles too, and you can see that one of the main cities in the land around Catalonia in Spain, they will strive for independence.
Oh yes, yes, yeah. Wow, so they're trying to split. Yeah, to split. Yeah, the Catalonians.
There will be a referendum for independence, and of course, this will cause a lot of problems in this country.
Probably for the financial situation of the country as well. Yeah. And do we have good news for this month? How is it starting, and what should we expect?
This month is much better, I can say.
Oh.
Yeah. The last month, if you remember, the first visibility of the moon was in conjunction with Mars. And because of this, I said that the conjunction of the moon with Mars will cause a lot of troubles and violence.
And violence, so that's what, and Mars is fire, and that's what happened in London, the big fire as well.
Yes, definitely this is caused by Mars, astrologically. And I remember also another prediction that came true because we made the last interview in the end of May. I said that in the 31st of May there will be a burst of violence in the world, and it was the next day. And on the next day in Kabul there were, I think, bombing that killed around 100 people and injured around 400. This was also
a big bombing, yeah.
The other thing that happens. So, but this month is different. I thought that the moon can show with Mars again, but it was not the case. It showed on the other day when she was not with Mars.
Ah, it was.
Yes, on Sunday.
Judge the whole of the month by seeing how the moon is situated in the sky on the first visible day of the moon crescent after the new moon, isn't it?
Yes, the beginning of the cycle, and the beginning of the cycle is the first visibility of the moon, shows the whole cycle. These are the words of Roman Kolev, my teacher in astrology. Too.
Yes.
So the beginning of the cycle shows the whole cycle. And when the moon is with Mars in the beginning of the cycle, this means of the lunar month, it shows a Martian month. And it was such. Many people said that I'm a negative astrologer and so on, but now they can see what was the reality. And they know now the logic behind it. But this time it will be different because the moon is not showing with Mars as I thought before. Her first visibility was, first to say, in a pink color.
Pink color. Oh, so the color of the moon when it's seen also matters?
Yes, definitely.
But what if it was pink in Bulgaria where you saw it from, but was it pink everywhere in the world when it first became?
I think it was pink everywhere, or on most places. And of course, ancient seers like Hermes Trismegistus, they say that the color is of immense importance. So we can connect the pink color with Venus.
Oh yes, pink is Venus.
So the visibility of the moon in pink color, of course, is something good. It shows that the energies of Venus, like peace, harmony, and love, will prevail this month.
Nice. Yes. Good news.
Yes, yes. Also, something else that was visible in the first visibility, it was that Jupiter is very high in the sky. So, because the planet that is higher, she is like a ruler. So, also we can say that this lunar month is ruled to a big extent from Jupiter, which is excellent.
Yes.
This will give truth, magnanimity, good thoughts in the hearts of the people.
Good thoughts in the heart. Yeah. Positive.
And we can see that even exactly after the visibility that was in Sunday, many good things start to happen in the world. For example, what I read today is that they caught a lot of terrorists.
They caught a lot of terrorists.
Yes, in Spain and in other countries.
Wow.
They prevent some terrorist acts. This is only one of the things. I even can't remember all because there were others. Other good news. And so Jupiter and Venusian influences in this month. As a whole, this makes it maybe one of the best months in the year, maybe the best.
Yes.
Pink moon shows, of course, it's time for love and romance. One of the stars that were visible in the first visibility of the moon is the star Spica. It's a spiritual star. And this spiritual star, culminating at the time of the first visibility, shows that the spiritual energies will prevail against others. And there is slightly negative influence from Saturn that was also visible, but it was under the plane of Jupiter.
So Jupiter was above Saturn, so Jupiter has the higher, the last say, so to speak.
Yes, but Saturn was in such a sector in the sky that is at the same time good for him and allows him to show his good qualities, which in this case will be some good interactions in the world of politics, some more justice, even in the more crudest way. And it will allow many people to achieve their goals.
Mm-hmm.
Too.
Oh, wow, good. Material goals.
Not only. Saturn can be spiritual too.
Yes.
With removing everything that is unnecessary and in this way allowing the spiritual path to unveil.
Yes, wonderful.
Yes, but this is only for those people that are involved with such way in their lives. And so what will happen? First, we can see that around a month ago, I made a statement about Jupiter in Virgo for the next months. If you remember this, I said that with Jupiter going direct in the beginning of June, it will give good influences on the working class.
Mm-hmm. People of the working class ruled by the constellation of the Virgin.
Yes, and Jupiter also represents spiritual persons. And today, what I read today in the news, it is something important. The Pope himself make a statement about the working class, and he says that the pensions that the business is giving and that the business is making the people to work too long in their lives.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a great need for justice in that field of working to old age and with pensions to every people, and that the world, especially Europe and America, have to reconsider the rules in that field.
Wow. So basically, a spiritual leader, Jupiter, Pope, the biggest spiritual leader, Jupiter rules spiritual leaders, going for the rights of the workers, trying to help the workers. Jupiter in the constellation of the Virgo.
Exactly. And this time Jupiter is very strong in that constellation. And this is one of the meanings, what happens.
You're also saying something very interesting on Facebook when you posted, because Trifon also makes posts on my Facebook, Astrolada. So guys, if you want to follow, Trifon makes once or twice a month really interesting information written. We publish that, so follow Astrolada, like Astrolada on Facebook, and check updates. But you said something very interesting that many women were asking me about. You're saying that when Jupiter is moving into deeper forward, moving forward into the constellation of the Virgin, it will go into the womb of the Virgo. And you said that very special children will be conceived and born during that time. Can you elaborate a bit on that?
Yes, Jupiter is moving in the part of constellation Virgo that is the belly of the maiden. Belly, and in ancient times, it's considered that this place is sacred to women, and especially those that will have a child, the pregnant women. And also it is considered that this constellation is connected with the Holy Mother, of course.
Mm-hmm.
The constellation Virgo represents the Holy Mother in every respect almost. It's a very deep theme and meaning. It's connected with many religions, Christianity and pre-Christians. But this is the meaning. And Jupiter itself can be considered as a child, because in astrology he is the main significatrix of children and fertility.
Yeah.
So in this way, we can say that a spiritual child, Jupiter, is in the belly of the Holy Mother.
The belly of the Holy Mother. So interesting, because I have a friend who tried to get pregnant for 16 years. She tried all kind of IVF and she gave up at the end, and she just called to say that by miracle she's gotten pregnant in a natural way, when all the doctors have, today she found out she's been pregnant for a week or something. So
yes,
maybe miracles.
Yes, this is the other meaning of this conjunction of Jupiter with the belly of the Virgin, is that people can conceive easier. And even today, I saw on Facebook there is a foundation here in my country that the name is I Want a Baby, for people who has troubles to get pregnant. And there was a picture of a woman that who 25 years she was unable to conceive.
Oh, wow.
And today she born twins.
Wow. So guys, for
And
those,
it was a very dramatic picture, full with so much love and desire to love those children. Incredible thing. It's an expression of those energies.
yes, so special children are being conceived and are being born now, you're saying, and miracles are happening around around connection to children and conception.
Yes, and Jupiter will be in this position in the next around 40 days.
40 days. Guys, start making babies. Trifon, it's time for your second baby. Come on. How is Nicole? How is your baby, by the way? We want to see him. When are you going to show him?
It seems he is well, I think. Everything is fine for now.
We want you to present him to us when he can hold his head up.
Okay. He's a beautiful one.
So the next 40 days, Jupiter, the planet of fertility and children, is in the belly of the Virgin, guys. So those of you who are trying to have children or who are pregnant already, this is a blessed time. This is more opportune time.
Definitely. So what else can we say about the next days and month? First, let's make a connect again on Saturn. He is back in the end of the constellation of Scorpio in the last 2 degrees, and he will stay there for a couple of months. And in this way, he will give more justice about politicians, about people that are involved with finances, like banks. So there can be some troubles even in those directions for politics and for banks.
You mean karma biting them back, kind of.
Yeah, problems with debts. So everyone has to be careful more when someone is connected with the world of politics or has loans or credits.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be more careful. It's not a good time to take credit.
To take a credit. Buy cash if you can.
This is the influence of Saturn. And
well, and you were saying that it means that if you take a credit now, it might take you much longer to repay it, isn't it? Something like that.
Yes, absolutely. Or there can be other troubles with this, like there can be lies, frauds. Maybe you can't be sure about the people who are trusting you with this credit, or those that are signing the contract with you. So there can be a lot of different problems.
Okay.
What else is the meaning of Saturn in Scorpio? He's returning. There shows more tension for some countries, especially for the Near East, which is as a whole is ruled by Scorpio, like Turkey, Syria, and Arabian countries, and this is already a fact. Even more tension is there, but especially those degrees are connected with Turkey, so we can expect even more tension and troubles and so on with violence in this country for at least a couple of months. At the same time, I check in some ancient manuscripts, texts. What will be the meaning of Jupiter, who will enter the last 10 degree, the so-called decanate of Virgo, which will happen in July. And they say that it will be good for one country. It was one in the past, but today it's in two. So it is the south part of Egypt.
The south part of Egypt.
Yes, and for Ethiopia.
Ethiopia. Well, maybe they need some finally.
I think they need this help because what I know from the past months is it's a possibility there for great hunger.
Wow.
Obviously, Jupiter will help them.
So maybe charity to the world will come and.
Yes, the good people will help them. And in those countries, of course, there will be more peace and prosperity than in other times. Which is good to know.
Yeah, and we're not feeling yet the eclipse. The eclipse will come what in the middle of August, 21st of August. But that's for a future prediction, because everyone's
this is not for now.
Yes, but July seems to be a much better month. Is there anything like transits happening interesting that you'd like to mention?
Yes, of course. I will now begin to list them with their meanings. There are many things that will happen in this lunar month. Let's begin. First, on the 30th of June, after 2 days, Venus will enter the constellation of Taurus.
Mm-hmm.
So Venus will stand on its throne in July.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a meaning that the moon was pink. So obviously, Venus will be on its throne, which is excellent for all women, especially the young ones. They will feel better in their lives in every way, I can say. There will be happy events. There will be more love and peace throughout the world with this position of Venus. For some people, especially those that are influenced by the earth signs, especially Taurus, it will mean more finances.
Yes. For those who are tropical, guys, this means that Venus is in those that are Gemini, isn't it?
Yes.
Tropical zodiac.
Most of the Gemini will feel this.
Yes, because this is the Siderial zodiac. Don't forget, this is the actual constellation. So the names are the same, but they're, that's why, because almost everyone on this channel, they follow tropical zodiac. They know the seasonal zodiac. So like for people that are tropical Geminis, it can increase their wealth.
Yes, exactly. So most of the Gemini, in fact, in Western astrology, Gemini will feel this influence of, in fact, their ruler, because in the Siderial astrology, they're Taurus.
Yes.
And the last thing that I can say about Venus here is that this constellation is highly sexual.
Mm-hmm.
So Venus will influence all matters of love in a good aspect. In good aspect, especially in the first 20 days of the month. After this, she will start to close the opposition with Saturn, which will be a different picture.
So the first 20 days of from the 30th, of July will be great for matters of love, meeting, starting a new love, or having good relationship experiences,
or even marry.
Perfect.
Yes. So this is one of the main events for the month. Something else on the same day is that Mercury will make a conjunction with one of the most brightest fixed stars. I mean the star Castor, which is one of the twins in Gemini, the constellation. And because the star Castor is of nature of Mercury and Jupiter, it's a very beneficial conjunction. It's a good time to go on travel or to start learning, and on every aspect connected with culture and science. It will be a good day. We will watch the news about this.
The 30th of June, yeah, around there. Around.
Yes.
So good for studies, for travels, for starting new projects, maybe for cultural and scientific and knowledge connected.
Yes, even for spirituality. And it's a very important day, as you can see, because on the same day we have also the Moon-Jupiter conjunction, which is again excellent. So 30th of June is a very good day. I can say one of the best.
Yeah, we have to do something.
Okay, so between 3rd and 5th of July, the moon will be in trine with the sun, which is
sorry. The moon will be
in trine with the transiting sun.
okay.
And this is good for everybody. In some area of their lives, throughout the world, everybody will have good experiences.
3rd, 4th, and 5th.
Yes.
July.
And on 6th of July, we have an important event again. It is that in Siderial Astrology, the head of the dragon, or the so-called North Node, and in Vedic astrology it is called Rahu, it will enter another sign. For last year and a half, it was in the constellation of Leo. But on 6th of July, it will enter Cancer. He moves backwards. It's a very important thing. And it shows some changes in the world. And it shows that the direction that was followed for personal power and achievements in the last year and a half will change for striving for emotional achievements. And on the mundane level, the strive for fulfilling the national desires or interests, whatever they are,
of the common people,
will become more intense. So it can give some trouble on mundane level in the future months, like clashes between countries.
Like what?
Like clashes between countries on a base of national interests.
Well, on the interests of the common people, in a sense.
Yes, yes.
Our basic needs, because cancer is like nutrition and food and.
I think that it will mark some kind of rise of chauvinism.
Oh yeah, because that's patriotic time as well.
Yes, but in a bad way. That constellation, Cancer, and especially that second half of Cancer in the past was considered as, especially in Mesopotamia, it has different name. It was the ancient Tiamat. a sort of dragon. The dragon that guarded the tree of life.
Mm-hmm.
Rahu itself is also considered a dragon.
Yes, the dragon's head.
So now we can see that the serpent energies are becoming stronger with this position.
Oh, Cancer was Tiamat, a dragon, and Rahu is also a dragon, so double dragonish energy.
Yes, exactly. So, of course, it has a lot of meanings on personal or mundane level. But the main one is that there will be much more energy for transformation, but at the same time, the power of desires will grow much more. And if it is not connected to spirituality, will cause evil consequences.
And that continues for a year and a half, starting from the 6th of July.
Yes, and especially for the next 9 months.
9 months. So the desire nature becomes really powerful. Because the dragon is the serpent mind, isn't it? Is also connected to the instinctual desires and base desires in the human body, because the dragon is the not serpent mind, but what is that called? The reptile mind, out connected to the reptile brain.
Yes, exactly. It's a point of transformation of consciousness, in fact, and the necessary experiences about it.
So can you give us an example of transformation? So if someone wants to stop smoking, is that something like that's what you mean?
What I can say is that people have to. What I can say is that people have to strive more to be closer to their principles, because some of them can become out of some unfulfilled desires with this position. For the more evolved souls, it will give the power for transformation and achieving their goal. This constellation is not so easy where Rahu is entering, because it is a nakshatra, a moon constellation, the second half of Cancer, that is called in India Ashlesha.
It's a snake.
And Ashlesha's symbol is a snake. Again, I will not list more exactly what snake, because there is spiritual meaning too in the mythology of India.
Occult powers.
But yes, definitely one of those things. So as you can see, the overall tone is a little bit snaky.
Snakish, dragonish, snakish. Will it mean that manipulative people will start abounding? There will be more manipulative, like sly and people that.
So.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
I was thinking, like, does it mean that this will enhance the possibility of manipulative people creating problems for others?
Yes, definitely. Every quality of the snake will be strengthened in people.
So hopefully we'll be as wise as the snake as well.
For those ones that have them already, of course.
Mm.
And there are such people that have strong influence of Rahu in their chart, or of the constellation of Ashlesha. This is the second half of constellation of Cancer. It's projected in Western astrology in part of Leo.
Yes, in tropical astrology is the middle of Leo. So people who have planets in the middle of Leo.
Yes. Yes, it's a surprise maybe for some of them. And so, at the same time, when Rahu on 6th of July enters the constellation of the snake, We will have Moon in Scorpio constellation. Another dangerous sign. So as you can see, between 6th and 7th, even between 5th and 7th, those days are not so good.
Yeah, I'm doing my calendar here, guys. I'm preparing so I can look at it.
I propose not to start important events on those days.
Use the 30th. The 30th was the best, wasn't it?
Yes. So those days will be troublesome for the world as a whole. But later, on 8th of July, we will have a full moon. And this full moon will be somehow special. It will be on the 21st degree of Sagittarius constellation. And this makes it a conjunction with certain important bright star. I will not list exactly the star. If someone has interest about the star, we have here a webinar available about the fixed stars.
Oh yeah, guys, I'll attach. Trifon teaches a webinar.
So there you can see exactly which is the star. But this star, it gives wealth. So this full moon with this star, it's a very good time to start a new business, for example.
To make money.
Yes, and the next around 7 days still will be okay for this.
So from Sunday the 8th of July till Sunday the 15th of July, people, if you want to start a good business that makes money, that's a good time to do it.
Definitely. It's a rare thing that the full moon to be in exact conjunction with the star. And closely to the full moon, there will be another spiritual star. So at the same time, the middle of the month will have a lot of spiritual energies. So it's again excellent, but this time in this direction.
So basically, if you want to start the business making money from something spiritual, now it's a great time. Not astrology business.
It was not what I was saying. I am saying that both material and spiritual world are in this time going side by side.
Yes.
And everyone can have some good consequences because of this.
For the soul and for the pocket.
Something else is interesting. Now, today, and tomorrow, and later on 6th and 8th of July, Venus will be in conjunction with the Pleiades. You know, it is a cluster of 7 stars with a rich mythology. The 7 mothers, according to some stories, but in Sumer, they are called the 7 demons.
Oh, I know the 7 sisters, but now it's 7 demons. Okay.
Yeah, and they were considered to be the dogs of war of Mars.
The what?
Dogs of war of Mars.
Dogs of war.
Yes. Yes, the servants of Mars.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Those stars. So they are quite scary stars.
The dogs of war of Mars. Okay, sorry.
Yes, and Venus going there can show some dangers and definitely some troubles throughout the world, like danger of violence, and especially for women.
So this continues from now till the end of July?
And especially those that are prominent women.
Prominent women.
So prominent women can have great travels today, tomorrow, and between 6th and 8th of July.
Why? How come they can be the Pleiades? That Venus can be now in the Pleiades and then a week from now as well.
Can you repeat?
I don't understand. How is it possible that Venus can be passing the Pleiades now and then again a week?
Okay. Really, I forgot to explain this. But there are different kinds of conjunctions and projections. Today, Venus is rising at the same time on the horizon with Pleiades, and this makes a kind of conjunction.
Ah, okay, that's like a parallel.
Yes, and later on, between 6 and 8, she will be on the degree projection of Pleiades on the ecliptic.
Okay.
So it is the usual kind of conjunction.
The one is when they're rising together. The other one is when Venus is projected onto the Pleiades are projected on the ecliptic, and Venus passes through that area of the ecliptic. You know, for next month, do you think like you can be sharing your screen and showing us like the sky in real life with the constellations, so people can follow what you're saying? I think it would be interesting to see it like that, to see actually the stars, how they. I don't know if you're using such software or not.
Yes, I can. I will show it. Just remind me.
Yes, because that would be a lot fun to see it. To follow the actual visual, you know, what's happening.
Yes, and something else comes to my mind now, that everyone that are ruled by Venus, but like someone who has constellation Taurus or Libra important, there can be some troubles on those days for those people too, of course.
Because the dogs of war are after them. The Pleiades. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. But yeah.
Or they can feel a lot of anger, for example.
It happened yesterday to me. I was fuming on it. It's like I was ready to go on a war yesterday, but I'm glad I didn't. But like, yeah, it can come up again on the 7th and 8th, you're saying. Okay, I should keep that in mind.
Yes, for you it is obvious that you have a lot of Venusian influence, so this is the reason, obviously.
Yeah, I was thinking also Mars, Mercury, but I guess maybe Venus with the dogs of war.
Both things.
Both things, yeah. Okay, let's carry on.
Yes, and another bad, so to say, conjunction on 11th of July.
Okay.
It is Mars with a certain star that is called Pollux.
Oh, Polar younger star.
Pollux, yes, it is the other twin in Gemini, not Castor. So if you are familiar with mythology, you'll see that Castor was more cultured and divine, and Pollux more aggressive.
Aggressive, yeah.
Whatever astrology says that Pollux is connected exactly with Mars, and the conjunction of Mars with such star that is already has Martian energy. This will make really such things like burst of anger and violence again somewhere in the world, definitely. And in the people's lives, especially those that are ruled by Mars, like someone who has Aries or Scorpio a lot in his chart, he can go through a very difficult time to uphold his anger. So on that day, everyone has to be careful not to go in conflicts.
It may be a day before and a day after, isn't it? Kind of.
And not to risk. It is not a good day to risk anything.
Uh-huh.
it can have very bad consequences. So
Yeah,
this is on 11th.
Yeah, on the fixed star webinar, you're talking about how it manifests in the life. If someone has it on in the horoscope, how this manifests as well. A bit rush and now daredevil people. Anyway, so.
And on the next day, we have ingression of Mars in constellation of Cancer. Mars becomes debilitated. It becomes weak, but in the language of astrology, it means that it becomes bad.
It becomes bad, yeah.
Yes, at the same time, he's invisible now. He's not a visible planet. And this is again something bad because it's two problematic positions for Mars makes him, I can say, evil. So, in the remaining days after that, when Mars will be in Cancer, which will be the whole month of July and
August.
and a lot of good part of August, Mars will affect our emotional bodies, and it can influence our family life.
Argument.
So it can give emotional conflicts. It can give conflicts in the families, especially for those that have a constellation of Cancer. Prominent in Western astrology, usually this is Leo.
Yeah,
But the impact will be on emotional and family levels. So it's a special time when everyone has to try to be stronger, to control his emotions, especially in his home. This will be true for many people that have Cancer in horoscope, of course. So as you can see, mix of good and bad influences. But we can say that Venus in Taurus, which will make a sextile aspect to Mars in Cancer, will move away a lot of the stink of this position.
So there is a saving grace.
Yes. On 13th, Venus will be in conjunction with the star Aldebaran, the eye of the bull, the main star of Taurus. And because this star already has Venusian influence in its nature, it is said that she is of nature of Venus and Mars in the ancient manuscripts. Venus with Aldebaran makes like two Venuses in conjunction.
Wonderful. Money, love, pleasures, enjoyment.
Yes, this day is excellent for activity on those levels like love or finances. So it's a good day to start something in those fields. Some people can combine them, I know.
Money and love.
Yeah.
Of course.
Also, we can say that some people will achieve their financial goals. Some important women will achieve wealth, and at the same time maybe love around this day. Of course, it will be not in the news.
We'll notice it in the news, yeah.
So, and from 14th of July, Jupiter enters the third decanate of Virgo, and the good influences about South Egypt and Ethiopia are beginning until the middle of September. After that, on 14 again and 15, there will be a moon in a trine with the sun, which is excellent again. Good time.
Good days. Moon, trine, sun.
On the 15, the moon there will be in a special position. The moon will make a lot of good aspects.
The 15th, a very good day.
So it's a very good day for the whole world in many, many directions. So we can expect for everyone something good on 15. It's a good day also for new beginnings. And another excellent influence this time on 18th, Venus will make an exact trine with Jupiter.
Venus trine Jupiter, yes.
It's a rare aspect, and especially when Venus is on its throne in Taurus. In trine with Jupiter, it's an excellent time for beginning of love or business project. Because Jupiter is in the sign of work and business, Virgo, Venus is in the sign of finances and love and sexuality. And definitely, this aspect will give a lot of success and happiness.
Lots of days to start business on. I have a lot of new businesses to.
Yes, I already said that July has a very good moments.
So the 18th is great, the 13th is great, the 15th is great, the 8th of July is great. I have so many businesses to start. Better get
back. Yeah.
Okay. So 18th is fantastic, and then?
Then on 21st, Mercury will make a conjunction with the North Node, the head of the dragon. So there is something special in this conjunction because I already mentioned that the North Node is in a constellation connected with his own nature. Mercury is a tricky planet, and at the same time, the last 13 degrees of Cancer in Vedic astrology are considered to be ruled by Mercury. The moon constellation.
Yeah, the
constellation is ruled by Mercury, the nakshatra. And in this way, it makes a very powerful Mercury because the North Node is a point of intensifying things.
Enhancing.
To some extent.
Yes.
We can see around this day probably ups and downs in trade in the world. First. Also significant mental changes and transformations are possible around this time. First, with confrontation with the negative sides of the person, and with the giving the possibility of real transformation.
Of what? The possibility of?
Of real transformation, because Astrolada and the symbol of the snake, which is the symbol of this constellation, they are both connected with transformation. You know, the snake is changing its skin.
Wow. I guess Gemini and Virgo ruled people will feel this transformation strongly as well, because they're Mercury ruled.
So it is time for important changes, definitely, especially on spiritual level.
So psychologically, you can have like a psychological transformation that it's deep and lasting in some way.
Yes, and at the same time, of course, we have to be careful and to search more spiritual influences around us around this time, because Mercury, the planet of mentality, is making contact with the dragon. For some people, it can mean that they are experiencing problems on mental level.
Okay, mental extremes.
Which is again the same movie, but on different level. And so in this way, we can say that the following days until 24th of July are the days of the waning moon, the invisible moon.
New moon.
In that time, people are becoming tired because it is the end of the moon cycle. So it's a time for rest, not to travel, not to start something new. It's a time to do something spiritual, or just stay home until the new moon becomes visible. This will be on 24th of July.
24th, the new moon becomes visible. And that's when we'll
Yes.
be watching again the moon to see how the next month will be.
Yes, we'll have to watch again the moon. So on 24th, it will be the next 1 month.
Wonderful.
So,
here is my thing. I'm ready with the with my plan for the week, for the month.
yeah, so we can speak again around this date, 25th, for example.
Yeah, we'll start from there
Like that.
when we do the next. So next time, we maybe on the 25th, we'll have a breakdown of the month ahead as well. 25th of July, yes.
We can say something now about nakshatras, if you wish.
Yes, the nakshatras are the lunar houses or mansions that Trifon was using quite a lot. And Trifon will be making a webinar on the 27 lunar constellations or nakshatras, as they know them. They are situated again where the zodiac signs are, but they are the zodiacs, but they are for the moon. They're 27 ones, and they describe qualities that can show your career, that can show your purpose in life, that can show such important details about your life. And Trifon's going to be making a 2-day webinar sometime in August. We're thinking the 5th or the 6th, you said, maybe?
Yes, it is a weekend, 5th and 6th of August.
Yeah, we'll announce it. We'll make another video about that as well. But it's going to be focused on the lunar constellations. Trifon will teach. It's going to be 2 days over a few hours. So guys, stay tuned. When we're ready with it, we'll announce it on the Facebook page, Astrolada. So if you want to take that course, it's very rare information with personal examples that Trifon will provide as well. I don't know.
It will be very interesting. It will be very interesting because those constellations, they are only 13 degrees long, which means around half of a sign, and they shows very specific traits and meanings that are not so much in the 12 signs that you know. There are a lot of deep meanings because they have further. They are divided even more, those constellations. There are parts of them that are called padas, and every one of them has different meanings. So in this way, you can understand how different is the life and the character of a person that is in only 3 days difference in time.
Yeah, and why say Gemini is very different than other Gemini people, or moon in Gemini, or sun in Gemini, because of those little smaller constellations within the big one.
So there's spiritual levels that are shown in the nakshatras. There are shown such things like professions, like inclinations, many things.
Yes, guys, we'll announce it. We'll make a video about that. But also, the day is still not certainly fully set. Yeah, hopefully we'll get enough people to make it. And we'll announce it on Facebook. So I'm very looking forward to that, to learn more about this ancient division of the sky we're familiar only with the 12 signs, most of us, but a lot of people in the East, especially in India, people use their nakshatras, these lunar constellations, much more than the 12 signs. They'll know the lunar, even the children are named after the lunar constellations, depending when they're born. So we're going to bring some ancient, Trifon's going to do it. I'm going to be there only as a moderator. But if you've taken courses with him before, one of them was about the fixed stars, and you know what amazing ancient information Trifon brings that is not anywhere there, you know. It's not information. Here goes and rummages through libraries, through manuscripts, through translations. He works with with people who have just translated ancient manuscripts on astrology, and this information has been lost for years, for thousands of years. So we'll get some amazing knowledge from that, I'm certain. So I'm looking forward to that. Thank you so much, Trifon, for today. Thank you for this wonderful.
Thank you, Astrolada. Thank you all.
Of the month. And sorry, guys, if the sound was problematic. It's just what it is. Next time, after the new moon, it's not going to be like that. There's no bad conjunction on the 25th. So thank you so much.
Mercury Mars is involved here.
Sorry?
Mercury Mars conjunction is involved here in the connection. Exactly.
It's so stressful. But yeah, if you want to have a private reading with Trifon, there is a link below for his services. He usually does the horoscope very quickly, within a day or 2, 3. So yeah, thank you so much, Trifon, and I will see you again in the next lunar month. Bye-bye.
Bye.